anywhere in the world. So I must find. Hi, Dam. How are you? Good. Let me just make sure we get it right here.
Please enter your PIN followed by pound. Please wait. This conference is being recorded.
For those of you who are watching on Justin TV, I have been able to work hard very strongly today to make sure that you have this program on Justin TV tonight. Welcome to Millionaire 500 with Idika Imeri. I want to thank you for coming to this program. Let me hear some of the states that are online tonight. I mean, I would look at Justin TV to know those who are watching from around the world where they are calling from. Please let me know which states you are calling from. Wisconsin, that's good. Those are my people. Where? Montreal, good. Okay, continue. So all we have is people calling from Wisconsin and Montreal, Canada. Where are the rest of Nevada? Okay. State of Nevada, okay. All right. If the rest do not want to talk, I have no idea why Nebraska. I have no idea why someone is calling me right now that I am on a program. Oh my goodness.
Maybe people watching Justin TV that are not on a conference line though.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what they want to do, but there's nothing I can do about that. I will know later.
For me, I don't know which channel. I don't know. I access my TV, but I don't know which channel.
It is when you go to the internet that you'll be able to watch it on Justin TV. Yeah, in the internet. Yeah. Shandam, how is your wife doing?
She's doing okay.
Good. And the babies?
They are doing fine.
They are doing fine. Okay. Brian, let's meet tomorrow morning. Okay?
Great.
Okay. G from Montreal. Are you on the line?
No, it's C.
C. Okay. C, I'll be talking to you after the conference tonight, briefly.
Okay, no problem.
Yes, I got your email and I want to respond to it quickly. I know that you don't let no good thing get you by. I know you. Yeah. Okay. How's your daughter? Is she all right?
She's good, thank you.
Good. Very good. She looks like you. You stamp is like God saying, making somebody in his own image and likeness. You took everything of yours and just produce your carbon. That's a mini C right there. Boom, 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 yeah. Oh, yo, yo.
I just want to tell you that after you pray for her, she will receive a call for an audition for her, by the way.
Really?
Really,
Good.
just after the next day.
Good. Good. So you guys have been rolling on miracles. Two of you from Montreal have been rolling on miracles of miracles. See, this year, everything both of you wrote down on paper to achieve, you end up achieving all of it. I wouldn't be surprised. I will not be surprised, I'm telling you.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me take some of this light off. Okay, I think that looks even better. Yeah. Wow. Barbara, how's your family?
Good, everything's good.
Okay. Have you heard from Terry?
Yes, I called her today. She said she talked with you. She'll join us.
Oh yeah, we had a good time. We had very good conversation. You have a great sister right there, I'm telling you.
Oh, glad you think so. Yes.
Yeah.
Good girl.
Yeah, your generation has a very big future, I'm telling you.
Oh, praise God.
Yeah, the generation of your family is gonna be for a long time, because you and your sister has said, maybe this is one of the things people do not know. Godly life and godly living set the pace, the foundation, the stage, and the continuation of wealth, money, riches for a long time in the family. Yes, it does. The prayer you are praying today for them. Okay, let me not go into, these are things that will cost you guys money to pay for. So I'm not going to say it. But let me say just a little bit so that you guys can get a little slice of what it is. You see, I have a massive teaching on words that I've never released to anybody. Nobody has seen it. On word. So let me just give you a little excerpt from it. It's not on YouTube. I've never put it on YouTube because it's too important to me. Those are the classic teachings from my ministry. I've never put it out there. I keep it until it is well done in a studio. Those are for sale. They are not for the public. Barbara, the prayer you and your sister are praying today, many of it will be answered during your time on the earth. But from the time both of you have prayed about certain things, the prayer it goes into the atmosphere, it goes into the heavenlies, and begin a cycle. It begins a cycle. And it is a cycle that will not stop. It will be as long as this air remains, that prayer continue forever. And I'm not going to tell you how that is done. The first time you contacted me, I was told things about you. And I asked God to release every prayer you've prayed. And every prayer you prayed for yourself, for your kids, and for your grandkids. In fact, I would like you sometime tomorrow to set an appointment. Let's meet. Because there are prayers that I've not yet heard from you. I have heard every prayer you've prayed. Even though I wasn't there, but I've heard every prayer you prayed. I've heard them. And there are certain prayers you've not prayed that I want you to pray over your kids, your grandkids, your great-grandkids, your great-great-grandkids. There is a prayer I want you to pray. If Jesus tarries for the next 1,000 years, I want that prayer to continue to circle its orbit for the next 1,000 years. It will not, if it never stop. Now, this is where those of you who follows my ministry are on advantage. I'm going to lead each of you. So I'm throwing it out to all of you so that you do not think that I love Barbara more than all of you. I mean, Barbara and I, we love each other is because I come from the state where she's from. That's the first state that received me in America and cared for me. That's all it is. And not only that, she and I share the same bloodline. We come from the same supernatural bloodline and DNA, like all of you are. That's all it is. I'm going to lead each of you that I know seriously want a future, not just for yourself, but for those that have come out of your belly or out of your seed if you're a man. So listen carefully. This is serious. I'm going to lead you in a special prayer that when you pray that prayer will begin to cycle the earth. It will go round in a cycle from season to season, day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year, and it will never stop. And no power can stop it. Tonight, I am going to share with you the secret behind riches. You see, if you go out to the bookstores and the big grocery stores, the online merchandise stores like eBay and Amazon, etc. If you walk into even Walgreens, Walmart, Target, Kmart, all those big stores, you are gonna be shocked at how many books you have on what to do to become wealthy. Then if you go into the internet, you are going to run into a lot of truth, half-truth, and scams on conferences to attend, these, that, tutorials, things that you have to pay, some free for you to make money. And I've been watching the pattern and the trend. I've read all that I can lay my hand on. I've read whatever I can come across on management, administration, innovative things, technology, science. But there is something else that people fail to know. There is something that is at the bottom of riches, and there is something that is behind the curtain of wealth. And that is what I want to talk to you about. And I'm going to tell you more of them as we progress. If you are going to be a millionaire and a billionaire, you're going to run into this somewhere along the line. Number one, at the bottom of every accumulation of wealth, which is riches, is hard work. There is pain. Pain is involved in piling up wealth. Pain is involved in it. But you must also know when to rest and to relax. You must also know signs of cold and flu and headache, symptoms of aches, of pains on your bones and all kind of places, and know when to walk away and take care of those things. You must know this. rest and relaxation in order to build back energy is at the core of success. Taking time off to sleep and build energy, to pray, to eat good, nourishing food. If you drink wine, and drink quality white or red wine, very important. If you drink orange juice, 100% of those juices. See your doctor and let him tell you, let him check you up and know how you are. Do you need to add a little bit weight, or do you need to shed, or do you need to just stay where you are? Do you need to cut out the carbohydrates, the potatoes? What is it? What do you need to eat? More fish or more chicken? Do you need a glass of wine every day? Just a glass. Or once a week? Ask your doctor to help you. I'm telling you, there are things that has to be there for you to function properly. Because if you lose your balance and your normalcy and function in life, then you cannot pile up wealth. The reason why a lot of us are still struggling, we've not yet even made hundreds of thousands, is because we are not yet focused. Because there are too many distractions. Too many distractions from family, too many distractions from marriages, too many distractions from children, raising kids, too many distractions from personality issues, too many distractions from so-called friends. You don't know when to let people just go. Like our last sibling called me today. I said to him, I'll talk to you later. But right now, brother is concentrating to do certain things. Thank you very much. I hope you understand. He said he does. So remember that I'm always here for you. And I love and I care for you. But right now, I need a little space to work. We need that. Sometimes that space may be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months for us to be able to achieve one goal and do it very well to the depth of our heart's satisfaction. There is also another thing that is very important, very, very important to piling up material resources and wealth, which we call, when somebody pile up, accumulation of wealth. That's what Jesus told me. The accumulation of wealth is what we call riches. And that side is, if you want the wealth that you are going to start to pile up, to stay for many generations, you have to learn to protect it. You have to put a fence around your money and around your material resources. The wealth you've accumulated, you must protect it with all your heart. You must become very attentive and sensitive to those who come to work for you. Anybody cannot just be your friend. Anybody cannot just be your staff. When you are focused on becoming a millionaire and a billionaire, everything is going to be handpicked. It's not just anybody that fits into your life. The person whose voice you're going to listen to is going to become very important. And if you are still single, you are not married, and you are following our ministry, the Idika Imeri ministry, and your aim is you are now a member of the Millionaire 500, and I'm praying for you. When these other things begin to come, we begin sending them out to you. Or you want to join, you can start with $50, $20, $100 here and there until you finish. Let me share this with you. If your target and focus is to become a millionaire in life, it's going to come through a lot of hard work, a lot of detailed work. There are things that you also must learn how to do it. There are things that you need to learn how to do it. The reason is, there are some times that the staff will not be there. That's why I'm spending time to learn some of the technical stuff, technology stuff, so that at least I can do the basics and sometimes a little bit beyond that. And I'm using this opportunity. This is a big freedom I'm having now, because I know that time is coming when I will not have the freedom I'm having now. I know it, I sense it, I smell it, I see it. The reason is this: I've already moved into my tomorrow. I've already moved into my future. I do not live in today, although I do completely in the moment, but I also have my address in the future. I've moved in already into the future. And you too must. Get excited about your future, and your future will get excited about you and come to meet you. Geneva, please write that down. Get excited about your future, and your future will get excited about you and will come. Your future will journey to come and meet you. Your future is not coming to meet you while you are in the house doing menial things that other people should do for you. Your future is coming to meet you as you are on your way to meet it. Please, Geneva, write that down. When you get excited about your future will begin a journey to meet you. But your future will only meet you when you are on your way to meet it. That's a key right there. That's a key, a core key about what I'm saying. Your future is excited about coming to meet you. But it is not coming, the future is not coming all the way to come and see you. You must meet your future halfway. As you are on your way to meet your future, you will then realize that your future is already on its way to come and meet you. So you and your future will meet halfway. And then something will happen. Your future then will hold you by the hand and now take you to the castle. It will now take you to the things that you want. That's heavy right there. Hard work is what will motivate your future to come to meet you, to start a journey to meet you. It is you first that begins the journey to meet the future. Then the future, realizing that you're on your way and nothing is going to stop you from coming, then will decide, there's no use for me to sit and wait for this guy. This guy is on his way. Or this woman is on his way. and then your future begin to come towards you. This is the vision that God gives me about money and material resources. And Geneva, please find some time to tell me about what I'm telling the people, because sometimes when I am in the mood that I am, I don't get it. So I will need somebody to tell me what I'm saying. Because those are heavy things. The same thing is of the supernatural with God. When you are on your way to meet the supernatural, then the supernatural, knowing that nothing is going to stop you, will then decide there's no use for us to wait. Let's go and meet him. That's how this thing goes. It's the same thing. It's the same reality when it comes to making money. It's the same reality when it comes to buying property. It's the same reality when it comes to trying to find Jesus. It's the same reality when it comes to finding the power of God, etc. Now let me share with you, let me flip the coin to the other side. Excuse me. Your ability to sit down to think is going to be very, very important. Your ability to tell everybody to leave you alone so that you can really sit down to think about something that you want to invest your entire life into. And if you've already started, your ability to ask yourself, how do I take it to the next level? Do you know that some days I sit and just listen to people teach me on YouTube how to do this, how to do that, how to do this, and I begin to implement immediately. You need to hear a voice of somebody who knows something more than you do. You see, there are people who think they can advise me, that they have an answer to every problem that I have. But in reality, I know that I cannot trust their voice. And this is the reason. Every time I have tried to obey their voice and implement the advice they gave to me, I realized it was a bad advice. It did not work. So I stopped listening to those voices. There are voices you should not listen to if you are ever going to invest money. There are certain companies, corporations, that should not be the people that advise you or advises you concerning where to invest money, where to buy property. Why? Because behind what they are telling you is one goal. It's not to make you a success. It is just to make money from you. And they don't care whether you succeed or not. Hard work, your ability to decide that this money is simply going for this or is simply going for that, and not for this and not for that, is going to be very, very important. Your ability to invest money long term is going to be very important. Very important. Your ability to invest money into something that will make money for you, not just for today, but continuously. What you need is a cycle of prosperity that create wealth. Let us begin to look at, because some of us have a wrong idea about making money. Abraham was a businessman. He was a farmer. He also raised crops. He raised animals. He also bought property. Abraham also invested a lot into human beings, raising the right human beings to do the right things for him. He was a good politician. He was a leader. He knew the art of negotiation. He also knew the art of the future. That's why certain things you gave to Abraham said, no, I will not take it for free. I have to pay for it. If it was many of us, we would want to take it for free. Abraham said, no, I'm not taking it for free. I'll pay for it. That's why I asked God for a sign concerning certain things. And when God brought that certain things to me, it came with that sign. Abraham worked hard. The Bible even says that the animals, his cows and goats and lamb, his donkeys and camels, because wealth was determined by how much animals you had in those days. It was also valued at how much servants you had. Gold, silver, bronze, how much costly stones you had. Sapphire, topaz, pearls, all those stuff. Someone was rich when you look at how much land he owned. In our time, we are returning back to that mentality, which is the natural setting for riches. We are going back to how many houses do you have? How much land do you have? How many animals do you have out there? How many staff do you have? We are going back to that in one way or the other. Oh, you started a shop somewhere. How many of them are now where or where? That's where we are going with this again. I'm telling you. He worked very hard until there was an explosion of their crops and animals, etc. And he and his nephew have to separate because they had so much wealth. And the grazing plain cannot contain them anymore. Look at Isaac. Same thing. Hard work. You must choose one thing to concentrate on in life. Abraham chose real estate. He chose buying land. He chose raising animals. He chose raising human beings. Training people. He chose establishing strong family. Above all things. He chose hospitality. Hospitality. He invited angels to come and share in his food. And they love the cooking of Sarah. They love it. We saw for the first time the establishment of a 5-star hotel in the Old Testament. Angels ate. They ate until their belly was bulging out. They love it. And what happened in return? See, God will not eat your food for free, let me tell you. Even God will not eat somebody's food for free. You have to know this. In return, They pay for the food that they've eaten, for the wine, for the milk, for the board, the roof over. They paid for it. This is how God paid for it. God gave him Isaac, fulfilled a promise, and also delivered Lot and his family from Sodom and Gomorrah. See? Many of you think that God takes things just like that for free. No, it's not like that. He will pay you. God doesn't want no free thing. Let's face it. Isaac, we are told in Genesis 26, when you look at like verse 12, he planted, hard work again. Please, I am pleading with you tonight. Don't go for the cheap. Don't want an easy way out. Sometimes I ask people, I said to them, is there anything wrong with you? They say no. Do you have your papers to live in this country? Say, yes, I'm a citizen. Then what is the problem? Oh, I can't stand some people in that silly job and so on. Then how has other people been able to do it and work for that company for 20 years? Why? Because many of us, we carry our emotion, the explosive, negative, unbalanced thinking and emotion, the poison in us, we carry it to our workplace. And that's why we can't steady in a job. And a lot of people do not know how to let go their emotion so that they can calm down and focus to become somebody. Isaac calmed down when everybody were complaining. He planted, reaped 100-fold. Why? The Bible said because God blessed them. But God will never bless you unless you plant. God will never bless you. The blessing, which means the presence of God following you, the favor of God following you, the fortunes of God following you, and the chances of God following you. 4 things. You never go ahead and write them down. The presence of God. In fact, there's more than 4. There's a lot. There's also his promotion. There's also his privileges. All of that is in the blessing. It will never open for you in the area of accumulating wealth, which is riches, until you learn how to be detailed. Think about him planting crops. You have to weed. You have to weed. Right from 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's never been a year that I have not planted a huge garden at the back of the house where I used to live. There's never been a year. I know sometimes I will work late into the night. When I'm not doing this, or when I finish doing my conference calls and praying for people, I'll go to the back of the yard and turn the light on. It was like 1 or 2 acres, I think 2 acres, and I'll start work. And then soon the corn came, the carrot, the watermelon, the cucumber, the this, the okra, the different grains start coming. It takes hard work. It takes a lot of work. And many people do not want a lot of work. Do you know what it takes just to produce one song? We look at the finished product. We do not look at the process of what it takes. The piece of bread you're eating has cost somebody hours to put it on the shelf for you to buy. I'm telling you. Lot of hours and sweat, somebody, to bring it out and put it on the shelf. But we love the finished package. But many of us, if we are asked to join in the process, it becomes the story of the little red hen and the rest of them that didn't want to come and join. A lot of people, that's why a lot of people will prefer to live on welfare. Because it's easy that way. Because somebody else is thinking for them. Somebody else is reading for them. Somebody else is doing the paperwork for them. Somebody else, they don't care, the money is coming somewhere from government. That's why some people want to live that way. Are those people lazy? Absolutely not, they are not. It's because they are not convinced that if they put their hand to do something, success will come out of it. And also, they do not have the emotional normalcy to accept failures many times before they get it. See, that's why there are some schools nowadays that does not base grade on ability to just read and write, but to see the other side, the stamina, the effort you put in a thing. The more you try something, you get it, then you try it again, you get it again, then you try it again, you get it again, then you try it again, you get it again. It's like when I started tying my own tie. I tried it once, I got it. Then, after a while, I forgot it. I have to learn it all over. Then one day I just stayed, and all I did that day was tie ties until I master it. Having prosperity that create wealth for riches is like that. And those are the only kind of people that God then comes through to give the blessing. The blessing is this: inheritance. God doesn't enjoy giving inheritance to those who do not know detail, or who do not know how to protect it or use it to create more wealth. If all you want to do is enjoy the wealth of your father, then that wealth is not going to last for too long. Because you must also know how to use that wealth to create more wealth. All the great families on the earth have learned that one single law. It is what I call the law of expansion. Geneva, please write this down. The law of expansion is your ability to use what has been given to you or what you have and expand your territory. That's the law of expansion. Can be little money or big money, does not matter, but you will use it to expand your life, to make your life have a future. Many of us believe that somewhere God will be merciful because we fasted enough, we've prayed enough, then God will send an angel to bring us money or bring us a car. Yes, there is a place for such miracles. But those who really want to work with what they have and who they are and their talents and giftedness and are willing to pay a price for it are those who are going to have the law of expansion, which is the blessing. The blessing actually expands what you have and who you are. The blessing, please write that down for me, Jennifer. The blessing expands who you are and what you've got. That's what the blessing does. It expands it. Don't want it cheap. Cheap and easy way is not the best way, because they don't last long. They do not last long. They come with trouble. Tell me, if you have a piece of property, it's going to cost you time to look for the right people to work for you to maintain that property. The right maintenance people. Even if it is one person that you can trust, that you can count on. If you wake him up in the middle of the night, he will be there. It takes time even to find one person. It takes time to find one administrator that you can trust. One secretary that you can trust. I want you to begin to learn to accept a little bit of challenge or challenges. Sometimes it comes with a little bit of pain, but you don't worry about it, because you know around the corner something good will turn out of what you're doing. You will make progress. You will make profit. That's what it is. The blessing is about making progress and profit. Please write that down for me. The blessing is about making progress and profit. Those are the two vital ingredients attached to the blessings. Hello? You said what? Yes, we are. Okay. Okay. You will need to watch the video, because there are things that I asked you to write down. Okay. Okay, thank you. Bye. So I want you not to be deceived by the easy scams. God will do this for you when you do this. For example, those of you that sows into my ministry, you're sowing to your foundation. You're sowing into your future. But then, I will need to see you do something that God can use your seed to expand. So that whether an angel come to bring you money, whether God open doors for inheritance, whether God makes somebody bless you, because that is going to happen to you. But don't wait for that to happen, because you might not know when. So the best thing is to approach this by expanding what you got and who you are. The expansion of who you are and what you got is what's going to make you rich. There are some years that you have to just say, you see, this year, I'm not buying nothing for myself. I'm not buying no new clothes. I'm not changing the TV. I'm not changing the car. I'm not changing nothing. This next 2-3 years, I'm just going to use what I have because I want to invest. 2-3 years, you can do that. Doesn't mean that every year you're going to buy new shoes, new bag, new this, new that. No. There are some years you're going to say no. I'm going to invest every money I have into my future. That's what you should be saying. Those are the kind of mentality that God blesses. Tonight we are talking about the mentality that God blesses. The mentality of hard work, the mentality of self-denial, and so many other things that I've spoken. I want you to go home and begin to think about this. And as you think about it, ask yourself some questions like, have you really achieved some of the things that you set out to do in life? And if you've not yet achieved any of it, make contact with me so that we can begin to discuss how you can begin to achieve the things that you want. But you cannot achieve any of them if you are not cool-headed, somebody that take advice, instruction, learning from somebody else. If you are someone who cannot deny yourself every desire to spend on things you should not spend on, especially taking loans, new loans, new loans, new loans, new loans, getting into trouble, all those kind of things. I want you to begin to think about, are you the type that when you buy a property, you protect it, you make it look nice, people live in it? Do you spend time to put in it the right people, not people who will come and destroy it for you? See, all these things takes time. So if you are somebody that is in a rush, I do not see any future. Or if you're somebody that is afraid to move into success, I do not see any future for you. If you're somebody that cannot spend some time to look at a page of a book, I do not see any future for you. Because it will be very hard. It will be very hard. And God is not going to do it for you. Tomorrow I'll see you on Romantic Love Line. But remember, tonight I pray that God will make you to begin to think differently from the way you've been thinking. And remember, everyone who have ever made money, who have ever accumulated wealth, they have paid a price for it. They work really hard. Working hard and working smart is not a bad thing. It is a sign that you are willing to be a success in life. That's what it means. Let people laugh at you, but go ahead and do it. This is Idika Imeri saying to you, I will see you tomorrow morning for morning prayer by 8 a.m. And then I will see you by 12 noon. All of this is Central Time. And then I'll see you tomorrow night for Romantic Love Line. Please make sure you go to my channel and watch one of the most explosive Romantic Love Line video we have there. Sex celebrates love. You need to watch it and listen again to what was spoken. Please go back there and listen. It's very, very important. And also we had wonderful services on Friday night last week, and then on Sunday we had powerful services. It has been, the last 2 weeks has been very explosive in our ministries. We had 2 teachings, part 1 and part 2, strong love, during the morning service of yesterday, and then we had the spirit of laughter, part 1 and part 2. Please go in there and look for it. I have not sent you guys emails like I used to do. In those days, I will send you emails about the videos. What I plan to do is to send you everything that I think you've not watched in an email for those of you who are not subscribed so that you can watch it. I'll try my best. Pray for me. I'm praying for you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night. Bye-bye. Maria, how are you?
Conference recording, press 1. To return to the conference, press star. Your conference recording has stopped.